Hi guys, in today's review we'll be looking at my annual review of the Hornby Christmas wagon, and this year is on the 2022 one, and it looks like it's in a Caledonian blue or royal blue by the looks of the livery. And yeah, these may look cheap but they're highly detailed. The product code for this one is R60074, and I said it's the Christmas wagon by Hornby. I got this from Kerno Model Shop and I paid £19.99 from them, with £3 postage or £4 postage for the truck. I get one every year, and I'm just taking a look at this one. So let's get into it, shall we? As we start off at the front or the back of the wagon, depending on your preference, we do have a big decoupling. We also have some buffers, which are plastic and moulded. We also have a hook as well. Everything, the bottom half of the wagon is black and it's moulded, like I said. To keep costs down, it's a good idea. Moving on up, I want to say the livery of the wagon top would be Caledonian blue or royal blue, depending on your preferences, how I would describe it. This is a 7-plank wagon. We do have some rivets on the metal parts as well, and we also have a wood effect too going with it. And you can see the Christmas load that's inside the wagon. Like I said, there's a few rivets on there if you look closely enough. It's a nice touch. As we move on to the side of the wagon, both sides of this wagon are exactly the same. We do have some bracing on the wagon as well, with some rivets, a lot at the back or the front. We also have it crisply applied. We have Merry Christmas 2022 by Hornby. That's in a gold writing. Very nice and very crisp as well. Like I said, delivery of the wagon, I'd say, is Caledonian blue, royal blue, something like that. We do have some mouldy stuff down the bottom, like I said, to keep costs down. We have a handbrake. We also have the axles and springs as well. And there's a few underframe details we'll go into in a minute. And we also have metal wheels as well. Again, you can see the load that's in the wagon, which is a Christmas one. As we do an aerial view now on top of the wagon and its load, the wagon itself inside does have the wood effect, but it's in the royal blue or Caledonian blue, depending on your preference. And that is a nice touch. I do like the wood effect on wagons, it looks great. And then we have the moulding spews that you can see inside the four corners to help mould the truck. Moving on to the present load, the Christmas load, whatever you want to call it. That was in a glossy finish to me, and I believe it's been tamper printed or hand painted. Always different each year I get one. And we also had a foam insert as well for the load so it doesn't scratch anything. It's a nice touch. Definitely the load is a different texture than it was a few years ago, which is a good thing, I think. And finally, as we do an underneath look at the wagon, as I said before, we do have the big decouplings, which personally don't bother me, but there is converters out there if you wanted to change them. We also have metal wheels, like I said, and there's a few underframe details there that you wouldn't expect. There's springs, there's some bracing, there's the axles and other stuff like that. It's moulded. There's 4 clips to take the shell off if you want to change it for a different one. That's your preference. They are all there. It's highly detailed under there for a cheap model. So guys, that's the end of the review and the small running session that I had going there. I'll show you what train was pulling this wagon, shall I? And this is the Hornby Edward Thompson himself, class A2/3, and this is Edward Thompson 500, the number is. Fantastic little model that one is. The wagon itself, as you can see, we had all the other wagons from the past that I've collected. I think there's one or two missing from 14 upwards, but I've got a duplicate of others. As for the new one, the 2022 one, which you're all here to see, this for me is probably the best one in the range that Hornby do. There's just something about it. I don't know if the tooling or the moulding is newer. As for the I want to say Cola Christmas load. As for the Christmas load, it is a lot shiny than all the others. I don't know why. It's a really good thing. I do like them really shiny. It looks wonderful on the light. As for me, these are a must every year. I know some people don't like them, but I love them. I get one every year. Just to warn anyone who's trying to hold out till the end of the year, these will go for stupid money on eBay and other sites when the year's over. I don't know why it happens every year. They're just a little bit of fun at the end of the day, and I think it's more to do with the date. Just a little bit of fun, like a lot of Hornby's railroad stuff and other stuff they've done in the past, like the Del Boy stuff, the Only Fool stuff. It's aimed to keep the money down. That's why you got a big fat decoupling. It's all one thing. There's nothing really separate on it. So that's the reason why they are big decouplings and stuff like that. Try and get the money down. Try and make it accessible to kids, which is a good thing. I can easily imagine this going around a Christmas tree. For me, I don't really have a Christmas tree. I just run it around this. For me, it's a thumbs up, and sadly this will be the last review on the Christmas wagon unless Hornby update it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Please take care. Bye.